Ashley Olafsen is a senior at Hopkinton High School in Massachusetts, and she will be speaking about duality and influence. There is a dual nature about technology, and it has powerful effects and consequences on students growing up today. She will share a story of how she's responding to negative aspects of technology in a positive way, and how we can all be empowered to have the confidence to create. Ashley has passion, grit, and a drive to see her innovative ideas through from start to finish. This is on her bucket list, so I'm glad we can cross it off for her. It is my honor to introduce Ashley Olafsen, a true catalyst for change.
Dreams only work if you do. Good morning. My name is Ashley Olafsen. I am 17 years old, and I have enormous dreams. I'm also a senior at Hopkinton High School, and like nearly every other female growing up today, I have been affected by low self-esteem, body image issues, sexism, and insecurity. But sophomore year, 3 friends and I decided to make a change. We wanted to tackle these issues head-on and tell middle school girls things we wish we had known back then by opening up and sharing our stories. As a result, we created a self-confidence workshop, which we delivered to a group of 30 8th grade girls. This was the first time I used technology to help me make a change. Now today, I'm going to show you how I'm using technology to turn my dreams into realities. But first, we need to understand the sheer potential of technology, and more importantly, how technology has the power to influence us, for good or for bad. So, it goes without saying that teenagers consume a lot of media. On average, we consume more than 7.5 hours of media in a day. In those 7.5 hours, though, we aren't just consuming media. We're consuming messages about how to act, how not to act, what's acceptable, what isn't acceptable. We spend more time consuming messages than we do on any other activity, including school, and in some cases, even sleeping. I would like to share with you a quick story. There is an island off of Australia, of Fiji mainland, called Viti Levu, where "you've gained weight" was once a compliment. Going thin would have been of the utmost insult. Now, in 1995, they began introducing this island to television, and consequently, American 1995 culture. Within 3 years, the standard of beauty dramatically flipped. Before, induced vomiting had been nearly non-existent at 3%. With 3 years of the media's influence, 15% of girls were forcing themselves to vomit. Before media, girls had been trying to put on weight, but with 3 sheer years of the media's influence, 69% of girls had dieted. This study shows that technology does have the power to spread ideas, and those ideas can be detrimental. Over in America, girls learn the importance of being liked from a very young age, and we learn that in order to be liked, we need to look a very specific way, a way that is unfortunately unattainable. This image of who we should become is thrust in our faces because of media everywhere we look, on social media, television, magazines, everywhere. From media, we learn about insecurity and inadequacy. And because we're dealing with this overwhelming amount of pressure, we take it out on ourselves through self-destructive coping methods. 20 million American women suffer from eating disorders. Some of these girls are your students. And I found that out of 1,600 females, 1 in 2 girls has self-harmed, a practice that is encouraged and glamorized by social media. On the flip side, males receive messages about the importance of power, and power being associated with sex and violence. The point is, in a teenager's life, truthfully, technology isn't always a good thing. But this is the part that is so important to realize. Malala once said about her situation in Pakistan, "If one man can destroy everything, why can't one girl change it?" And what I say to you is that though technology may be a problem and bring issues that are inherent in our society to an entirely more extreme and destructive level, there is absolutely no reason why technology can't also be the solution. Thank you. Hold on. Sorry. I got so into it, I lost my train of thought. That happens sometimes. Thank you. All right. Now, technology has empowered me in two different ways. The first is through learning. The second is through creating. After I realized that I was devoting my life to social change and to helping girls reclaim the self-confidence they'd once lost, I started educating myself, which was made entirely possible through the rich variety of resources online. Using my online library, I requested book after book, and I have read close to 25 in the past year alone. Through reading, I learned about the over-sexualization of females and gendered marketing. Through YouTube, I watched videos and TED Talks where I learned about the surprising frequency of sexism, body shaming, and rape. Through shared articles and links, I learned about objectification and how powerful women are often degraded and have their clothing and bodies commented on instead of their actual accomplishments. And through websites like Upworthy and Tumblr, I learned about feminism, or more simply, the belief that everyone has the right to reach their full potential. And then, so I could really learn, I decided to conduct my own research. So I created an anonymous online survey, which I emailed out to nearly every high school and middle school in Massachusetts. I also used the website Tumblr so I could reach a global response, and by the end of several months, I had over 1,600 participants. With social media, our capabilities are limitless. My research revealed to me that 87% of girls are afraid of being fat, something that we associate as the ultimate female failure. I learned that 60% of girls have dieted, not for health reasons, but because they believed they didn't look good enough. In case you're wondering, I found that 49% of girls, that's 1 in 2, are currently dieting for that same reason. People will argue, women are equal now. Feminism is a thing of the past. As a 17-year-old girl, I don't always think that's true. We might not be held back by voting restrictions or school opportunities, but we're being held back by a culture that values our legs more than our brains. Luckily, culture is created by us and spread by social media. So as a response, here's how I'm creating. First, with friends, I have created and delivered 7 self-confidence workshops over the past year, and I just found out I'm doing 2 more in November. I have also utilized technology to find pictures and videos online to make maximum impact. In this school year, I want to expand and speak at other schools in Massachusetts, which is entirely possible because educators and I can book and plan presentations through email. Second, I'm writing a book. I'm a 17-year-old girl, and I am able to do this because there are 60+ page studies easily available online for my personal usage. I can back up my own personal stories with books, studies, and other references. Third, every Sunday I email out an online newsletter. It's filled with videos, updates, musings, and writing pieces that anyone can submit. And anyone from any town or anywhere can sign up. Now, I would like to be clear. I am using the same tool that once brought me down, restricted me with limitations, and encouraged me to have a negative mindset. And today, I'm using this tool not just to empower myself, but to empower others as well. Now, in conclusion, technology has made it possible for me to pursue my passion, but it was the influences of educators that even allowed me to consider pursuing my passion. To be honest, I am so grateful that I get an opportunity to speak to a room full of educators, because the influence that my educators have had on me is profound. There are people like you who have recognized my strengths and given me opportunities, lent me books, and encouraged me. You all, as educators, have a critical responsibility to believe in your students and to empower them to do extraordinary things. Please don't underestimate them. Your students are capable of extraordinary things. Sometimes all they need is a Mrs. Grady, an educator who will believe in them. You can empower your students to have the confidence to create. That is what mine have done for me. Victor Hugo once said, translated, "Nothing is stronger than an idea whose time has come." And the time has come, because powerful ideas paired with ambitious students, technology, and educators who believe in their students are unstoppable. Thank you.